Hey friends, if you're watching this, you probably feel the weight of struggling churches. We see the trends, we know the stories. And the question in front of us is not how do we manage decline? The question is, do we share Christ's heart for the renewal of every church? Every church matters to Jesus. The growing church, the small rural church, the aging church that is discouraged, the church stuck in conflict, the church that's quietly wondering if it can keep going. And because they all matter to Jesus, they all must matter to us. God has uniquely positioned state and associational leaders for this moment, not as managers of decline, not as fixers of broken systems, but as what one leader calls catalytic shepherds. I love that. A catalytic shepherd is someone who lovingly cares for God's people while helping spark the clarity, courage, and movement that leads a congregation toward spiritual renewal and faithful mission. So what does a catalytic shepherd look like? Well, first, they shepherd before they strategize. Church renewal doesn't begin with plans and programs. It begins with people, always. With presence before prescription, with patient relational trust building that listens and prays and walks with pastors and congregations long enough for them to welcome help. Second, they lead without trying to control. A catalyst doesn't force transformation. A catalyst creates the conditions where transformation becomes possible. That means asking thoughtful, courageous questions, naming hard realities with compassion, opening God's word, pointing churches again and again to the Spirit of God because only He can bring true change. You are not the hero. Jesus is the hero, and that is good news. Third, catalytic shepherds stay in the fight. The work of church renewal is not merely a leadership challenge. It is spiritual warfare. The enemy is not the deacon, the longtime member, or the pastor. The enemy is Satan, who wants to keep churches stuck and divided and discouraged and dying. So how do we fight well in this spiritual battle? That's the question. Well, we fight on our knees in prayer, because prayer is not preparation for the work, prayer is the work. We also fight with truth and compassion, speaking the truth in love while embracing the weary, the hurting, and the broken the way that Jesus does. And we fight with courage and we fight with hope. Because our hope is not ultimately in strategies or structures. Our hope is in the God who raises the dead. Listen, if God can raise Jesus from the dead, He can surely breathe new life into a dying church. So as we seek to lead as catalytic shepherds, may we love churches well. May we lead with humility, and may we stay in the fight, trusting the Lord to bring renewal for the good of His churches and the glory of His name.